Here's the question and answer segment from our recent episode of the Swapcast. I sent out a tweet to my massive following, had an overwhelming response of replies, of information you guys are just dying to know. I'm just kidding. I asked a couple people in Discord. These all came from Zach. But I thought they were good ones and good talking topics, so let's see what we got. His first one was what my Grail card is. I think my Grail card is the Michael Jordan rookie, the base rookie. I've got the Fleer sticker rookie, but it's just not the same. I one day would love to get, I don't even care how beat up it is. I don't care if it's graded with a grade or if it's just authentic. I don't care if it's altered. If it's PSA and authentic, I would probably buy it. Just haven't seen the right price. Everybody seems to want a lot more for them, so that's pretty easy though. That's my Grail, the Jordan rookie. And this next question came from Zach G. Favorite card that I pulled in a break? There's a couple that come to mind. I'll always appreciate the Luis Robert Sterling Auto Superfractor rookie that we pulled. Whenever I'm asked that question, the first card that pops into my head is the Reggie Jackson buyback rookie auto. As far as a card collector goes, I don't know that it gets much better than that. I just love that card. I still use it on a lot of my graphics. I don't even remember who got that in the break, but that was awesome. My favorite card that I pulled for myself is actually going to go into our next question, because although there's a couple cards that stick out that I've pulled for myself, the Machado nickname variation out of Heritage out of a blaster, that was pretty cool. But my best story, I think, is when I was first starting up. We had a small group of guys. We did a small football break, and I want to say I traded the Browns for the Bills, and at the time everybody wanted Baker Mayfield anyway, so it was a good trade at the time. And I hit this right here, this Josh Allen touchdown 1 of 1. Obviously it wasn't what it is now, but it was still very cool to pull at the time, so that's definitely up there for me. And that also leads me into this next question, which comes to us from Zach G. My thoughts on grading. I know I have a couple cards here that are graded, but for the majority I'm not a big grader. I understand why people like it. I'm not big on grading because it's really just so random. You never know who's going to grade your stuff and what they're looking for, and there's too much of a crapshoot. I do think that a lot of cards should be graded. I think my biggest problem with it right now is I don't think people are sending in a lot of the right cards, and it's kind of clogging up the pipeline and causing people to not get good turnaround times. So I think if people do it right, there's the proper cards that should be slabbed. It's not my favorite thing, but like I said, I understand why people do it. And it's great because it just gives collectors another way to individualize their collection. They can collect however they want. It adds another level to it. I've never been big on condition. For me, it's all about the card, and if the card has some damage, that's just some added personality. But here's 3 cases where I did want to share some grading stories. The 1 of 1 base rookie, I think that's a perfect card to send in for grading. I knew that this had a soft corner. I wasn't expecting this to get any higher than an 8. This was really all about getting it in a slab. Probably my worst story when it comes to grading is this Mike Trout. I know if you watched me before, you've heard me talk about this card, but this actually was a throw-in in a trade well over 10 years ago. It was probably a $15 card at the time. And you can see the centering's good, the corners are good. I thought this card was going to be at least a 9. I was hoping for a 10, but I screwed up. And you can see, hopefully you can see that top edge right there. I bent that myself, I believe, putting it into the card saver. So this is a very cool card in my collection, but also very bittersweet. I don't think that changed my opinion on grading any, other than the fact that I don't like card savers. But I do have some cool stories about grading, and there's this Michael Jordan Team USA Dream Team, and that's a Gem 10. But why this is cool is I've had this card for like 30 years. And I just sent it in probably 2 years ago, and for it to come back as a 10 is definitely my favorite grading story. Zach G, thank you for the questions. We'll definitely do this again. Please help me grow the channel by liking, subscribing, commenting, turning the notifications on. It all helps. Thanks for watching this segment from episode 4 of the Swapcast.